It's all got to get cut.
I'll wait. Good. Back at it. We did figure out who I was hot and bothered for. Amy asked us one celebrity we could bang. Mine was Olivia Munn.
Oliver Munn.
These guys are like, oh, she's ugly. Olivia Munn. I mean,
I didn't say
Google,
she's ugly. She's not ugly.
The
Olivia
term
Munn,
ugly was
Google
not used.
Olivia Munn sexy, and you'll see. I don't know.
Turn safe search off.
Anyway,
But there's a lot of gorgeous freaking women.
yeah,
Period. In the world.
I've been doing really well here at home, so I'm good. I'm like super happy because at this point I can't even fucking keep up anymore. I'm probably gonna have to. Yep.
Did you get your blue chew?
No, but I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need some pretty soon. And I'm all for it. I am taking full advantage of it.
Popsicle sticks and duct tape, buddy.
I'm gonna need. How long can they go?
Well, you're
if
going to have to cut normal popsicle sticks in thirds.
You might want to
That
use
way
a
she
saw
doesn't
that
get
don't
splinters.
break up that small easily.
It'd be
You say she's going to get splinters.
I made my
I
drink.
guess you could
That's
use some
good.
toothpicks.
Do you want to borrow a sander?
We did what we do. We did a prepper's grocery list a while back. I think we need to revisit it. So let's plan on one of those sometime in the future, whether it's near or far.
Next time Professor's out.
Yeah. So, Professor, I'm calling you out. We got a pretty good list, and we did a really good job with it. Let's polish that turd and do it again. Whether we do the whole thing over again and go over all the list again and remind people that it's not really, at this point, it's not really a matter of if, it's a matter of when something happens. Because we are overrun with immigrants.
AT&T sucks.
AT&T sucks. The immigrants are busting into houses. And if we go to war or something happens, get your shit together. I ordered a water filter kit. Is that over there?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I must have took it downstairs.
Mm-mm. It disappeared last weekend.
Did you take it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's at home in my stock, so you need to get a new one.
I looked at a couple different ones. I might actually buy another one just for having two of them.
I'm joking. It's still somewhere here. I don't know where it's
I
at.
don't know where it's at either. I'll find it. It may be down on the car somewhere.
I thought that
But
was
people
in
need
that
to
box
start-
behind you.
Preparing for the inevitable.
It is kind of an inevitable thing. You're right.
guys need-
Trigger's right, man.
You guys need to look up and start learning the old school ways to survive without being able to go places.
Everything we do is electronic. This show is going to be off completely if we get hit with an EMP. Will probably be a long time before we ever do another one if that's the case. Your phones. You put your phone in a Faraday case, still ain't going to work. Why? Because the towers are going to get shocked. So Faraday cage your bags. Maybe Faraday bag one of your old phones that's still relevant.
What I would say is get one of those, what are they, Beowulf radios, UHF radios. Mm-hmm. Throw that in a Faraday bag.
I looked at them.
Well, even throw a cell phone in your Faraday bag, because even without the internet, if you upload survival book files, they're still going to be saved in a PDF format to where you can open them up and read them if need be.
Put your
solar panels over there.
Your battery pack, solar chargers.
They're great electronic storage to be able to go back and read. You don't have to carry books upon books for foraging or canning or.
Well, according to the Ionia Library, it's a necessity.
You just need an acre of solar panels to power your phone.
Okay. But I'm just saying, there's tons of ways you can learn to prepare for whatever this inevitable is going to be.
For all you disgusting pigs, your Pornhub is going to be offline.
But you can download that too. You can download your favorite videos and keep them to your phone.
I got nothing.
You mean I got to download the next 3 years worth of porn videos? Because I don't watch the same one over and over again.
Oh, Ron Jeremy.
Actually, his house, $8 million house, has been sitting vacant Ever
Since
since
he
he got
went to
arrested. Ever since he went to prison, his house has been sitting vacant. And I said, I'll buy it for $100, but the seller cleans the property.
I was going to say, everybody
Do
that wants
not
to
use a black light in that house.
everybody that walks in to do a walkthrough just slips and falls in the fucking foyer.
No, you
That
can do
swimming pool is not water, buddy.
you can do the inspection of that house at night with just a black light. It will glow.
One little one.
But I will buy that house for $1,000, but the seller has got to sterilize it top to bottom.
Dude, that's upside down for them.
You know how much $1 million to sterilize that place.
No, you get it for $7.
You trying to reminisce of your time with Mr. Jeremy?
But if crowd's right, it could be Jeremy.
Anyway.
I think he gets conjugal visits.
That's not a thing. Anyway, back to the other shit. You guys need to watch yourselves. You guys need to be prepared. You guys need to start learning.
Let's
You
plan
guys need to
another
start
one.
learning old school life.
I ordered some more triggers last night. A couple new trigger kits.
Another
and
thing.
some other stuff.
Another
So
thing you need to learn is you need to get some people that are close to you and can provide some useful
trade.
trick, useful knowledge, something, and you guys need to figure out a co-op to where this family preps this stuff, this family preps this stuff, this family preps this stuff, and you guys figure your shit out, whether it be 2 families, 3 families, 4 families, but don't make it too big to where you can't keep track, and at some point it gets to be too big to where it's unmanageable and somebody's not going to pull their weight and people are going to get mad.
Oh yeah.
So
100%.
you have to keep it small, but
Like we said before, day 1, we're all in this together. Day 2, day 5, go fuck yourself. Where's your water?
Yep. And the ones that are going to be getting the water are the ones with the biggest guns, the better aim, and the most ammunition.
Well, I had that conversation today too, where that's all. Everybody's, oh, I got guns, I'm good. Yeah, but you've never actually shot it.
Or
You will never hit anything. You see that shit on TV, and everybody thinks they're
John Wayne.
Dirty Harry. Yeah. Guess what? It doesn't work out that way. Well, I got a box of ammo.
No. Somebody else has a box of ammo.
Yeah, because you can't shoot for shit.
Somebody else has a box of ammo, a new gun, and
Unless
if
it's a
they
high point.
ration it right, they could live off you for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Not your food, your body.
Well,
They
good
could
month
cannibalize
right here.
your ass. For what, a gnat?
A month of garnish?
So anyway, let's not kill it all tonight with that topic because we want to make sure we get a whole night of it.
Yeah.
And that'll be like our free fair special. I'm pretty proud of the free fair special that we did. I listened to it. I think it's pretty good. Unfortunately, Moody didn't put any input in because he didn't know anything. I think he could if he was a local like we are, he could have. I'm sorry for that.
I still wish they had a deodorant policy. I know it's the fair environment they're going for, but
It is kind of the environment. The carny vibe comes with a side of stank.
And I had different aspects. I wanted to bombard them with a bunch of bitch fest questions, answers,
and I won't let you.
and I tried. But on the other hand, is people also need to know.
That's not. Yeah. It's got problems. It's always had. But guess what? It's better than most fairs out there, especially free fairs.
well, since does Clinton County have their own fair? Oh. Trying to see if we can get other localities to start subsidizing ours.
The fair business is tough. it's not necessarily the competition you're up against. It's just getting everything going up. And
I was gonna say, to be honest, your competition is the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Your competition is the weather because that's what you're up against every year.
I'll put that in my notes. We'll talk about that.
If you got 10 days of great weather, you're gonna have a great outcome of your fair.
Yeah, you're
gonna
right.
have great proceeds, great turnout, everything. But if you have shitty weather, if you have a week of rain, and the fair's a week long, you're gonna lose money because the amusement company isn't gonna make money. The food vendors are not gonna make money. You're not gonna have turnout for the 4-H auctions. That shit. Either way, we're getting off subject. I don't want to talk about that right now.
We're gonna be
because we
yeah,
can
we're
talk
gonna hit
about
on
it
it
another
again.
fair thing, and we
Matter
can
of fact,
discuss.
what days are you going on vacation? Never mind. You probably don't want to tell me what days you're going on vacation because we don't want to advertise that.
We'll do it later.
Okay. We'll make sure I write it down, or you write it down, and I'll text some
Or
people and
I
try
can
to put
text
something
it.
together.
I can text it to you.
Okay. Gun stuff. As I said, I put an order in last night. I bought a couple small trinket things. I bought 2 trigger kits. One comes with a bunch of extra parts. One is just a trigger.
I bet the trigger he bought is the shape of a penis.
Well, of course it is. He likes to rub.
I
the head
like
to
that
pull the
one I
trigger.
put in the test mule. I either want to put a real nice scope on that one and
Okay.
take the Sig Sauer Romeo off, try something else, and we can review that. Or move the Holo Sun off of that Wild Child one over to that test mule and try it on there. Maybe leave it on there and put that Sig Sauer on the Wild Child. That thing's... And I want somebody to work on it. Hint, hint, Professor. I need to polish that. That trigger sucks in that thing. It's a Franklin, but on regular mode, it's horrible. It's all you can't get a consistent pull out of that thing. So he knows a little bit more about it than I do. I might just send it home with him and let him tweak on it. Anyway, more gun stuff. What else we got? Ammo. It's bouncing all over the place right now. I've noticed.
I see it
So-
slowly increasing, even though you come
They-
up with on sale. Well, on sale now compared to 3 years ago, look at the difference.
You said you see it slowly increasing, and I think you're correct. I agree with you 100%. It's just like anything else. They don't just go $500 for a case of 1,000 to $600 to $700 for a case of 1,000. They do it.
They
it's
slowly
not-
put the hurt on
So
you.
they don't. It doesn't look so bad. It doesn't look so
What and
shocking.
okay, so this year with election inflation, you have from January 1st, and we're gonna put until roughly the primaries, stuff is gonna raise, and it's gonna slowly raise, maybe $5-10 a week,
If I sell those,
up to the primaries in August. Right, that's when the primaries are, like August 4th,
Yeah, I
August
think.
5th. Okay, after the primaries,
doesn't matter.
you're going to start seeing after the primaries if it's one side of the table or the other side of the table, if stuff continues to raise or if stuff starts to come down.
You guys know it. You guys know it. This election's already done. They fucked us once overnight with that big.
Well, all the freaking votes coming in and the 250 million votes that came in via mail at 3 o'clock in the morning.
This
When the
election's
election
done, dude.
was
That,
done.
that decision you're asking for, what's it gonna do? We already know. And if it doesn't, and you over prepare, what do you got to lose? You're out a little bit of money.
But now look at the fact of what they were saying this week about, what was it, the West Virginia Senate member put I don't even remember what it was. I read it and then I've totally forgot, but put in something to
Oh,
pull the 25th Amendment on Joe Biden for Kamala Harris because Joe Biden's out of his mind,
You know.
and they want
Doesn't matter.
Kamala Harris to invoke the 25th Amendment to get him out, but then they put her in, but that puts a Republican at the Speaker of the House, or Republican at the Speaker of the House currently, so that would put a Republican in the VP spot with a Democrat president, female president. But then again, the Democrats are saying, or I have heard that the Democrats will say come the primary that Kamala Harris is not going to be, if they invoke the 25th Amendment on Biden, that Kamala Harris in the primary is not going to be the Democrats' pick to be the Democratic nominee.
That's what it was. I saw this earlier. Saw it earlier this week, but it was February 7th. So, Capitol Hill, Democrats are trying to push a Israel funding bill.
Dude.
I already want to freaking...
So basically,
your children.
So basically there was an Israeli funding bill that had wording inside of the bill that revocation of it would immediately begin impeachment. Basically, forcing its way through.
Yes.
And now we're back to any bills need to be one sheet of legal size paper, 8 by 14.
I agree with you.
If it cannot fit on one side of 8 by 14 paper in the legible size, it's too much. Take it back.
I'm with you on that.
None of these,
I like that.
none of these 800-page bills.
Well, the one was like 1,500 or 5,000 page, some crazy. The one was like this thick.
There was one where it was released, and they had to go vote on that bill, and they started printing it off because they were going to filibuster reading the bill. I don't remember which one or who it was. They were going to filibuster reading the bill. They started printing the bill off, and a laser printer did not have time to print it all before they had to leave for the Capitol. So they had to have an intern wait for the rest of it and bring that when it was done printing. A laser printer could not print it out in time for them to leave and go vote on it. Again, one sheet of 8 by 14 in legible font size.
And term limits.
One sheet of paper. If it can't fit on one, you're putting too much in it, go back.
Stop. They're just, oh my God, dude, really?
Stop pushing all these bills for something innocuous like, oh, we want to make sure we give money to the veterans, while at the same time inside of that bill, well, we're also going to shove $8 billion to the Ukraine. Well,
and if you don't keep giving them money, if you win the next election and you don't keep giving them money, or you try to revoke all these things, you get impeached immediately. That's bullshit.
Stop all of that. One sheet of paper.
Great, easy to say, impossible to pull off.
Okay.
That's why we need term limits first.
Yes.
But, dude, they're not going to vote on their own term limits. You know how much money they're making on Capitol Hill?
Warren Buffett said something about, I know how to cure the national debt. Once it gets below a certain point.
Stop paying.
No, he said once it gets beyond a certain point, your term is up. You want to keep being a politician? You want to keep figuring out how to make money? Once the national debt gets to a certain point, you're done.
You know how you could actually fix that? Take the security off of Capitol Hill. Politicians are going to fuck around a lot less if there ain't no protection around them. If there's no walls around them. Like,
razor wire.
walls and razor wire and, stuff that won't help on the border, but somehow helps at the Capitol.
Good drink.
I'm not advocating attacking congressional members, but
I know nobody watched the Super Bowl, and I know that we didn't have
Super Bowl. Never heard of her.
We didn't have anything but fair stuff last week. But did you guys see the former drill sergeant putting his running the bill for a Senate seat. That when he
Yeah.
gets in, is going to push hard for term limits, and that being a politician was not meant for a career.
Right.
And
He's got my vote already.
And he's out of Tennessee.
I want to say Tennessee.
I think Tennessee. But the article that I was talking
but
about,
all the other politicians are going to do whatever they can to make that guy
Blacklist
disappear.
him.
Yep.
Jackpot.
Here's what I was talking about.
His ads will never see the daylight.
Well, they already have. The internet has helped out a lot, especially after that Oliver Anthony guy with Richmond, north of Richmond.
Yeah.
Ooh, that started stirring the pot.
I like that guy. I wish he's a better human than me, because I would have bit that proverbial bullet and took the money to become huge. He didn't. He's still just playing bars and
Yeah, but
yards.
he's still getting massive money.
Yeah.
He's not getting as much, but he kept to his
I
values.
appreciate that he's a better human than me.
Well, that's not difficult.
I am.
I've met you.
I would have jumped on that money grenade.
Okay, so here's the one I was talking about earlier. On February 13th, State Attorney General officially calls on Kamala Harris to invoke the 25th Amendment, remove Biden from office. Biden won't take a cognitive test with his physical. They were talking that he needs to be removed and invoke the 25th Amendment to get him out of there, because he is doing nothing but destroying
Run
this
out of your house.
I'm not saying Kamala Harris is going to be any better, because, of course, I mean, she's just going to follow suit and read the monitor or the teleprompter like Biden tries to do. It's irritating, but the Democrats are not going to pick her to be the Democratic Party nominee come the primaries.
I don't even.
But
she needs to disappear.
the whole Democratic Party needs to.
Well,
You gotta have
What-
different angles of the same opinions.
the Republican
But
Party
you can have
currently
one side
is
that's
what.
got power of the DOJ and weaponizing everything else to take control of the entire government.
Are you miking him up?
Might as well.
Pull that up to your face.
Stop cupping the
Stop
balls.
cupping the balls. So
I mean, that was almost
the
priceless.
Republican Party is what the Democrat Party used to be.
No, they did not
That's what
switch.
they said.
They say
No,
there's no
but
evidence.
The Democrat Party is gone so far fucking left, they're out of control, and they keep dying their pronouns purple.
You know the crazy part is when Bill Maher starts making some sort of sense.
But he's not now. He reversed himself. He's back on the whole Democrat kick.
He's kind of.
They still hate Trump.
I
too.
He
think
doesn't know if he's gay.
I think Bill
He's
Maher.
testing both waters.
I think Bill Maher is trying to keep that Democrat funding, but also not give up all of his values at the same time. So he's kind of just
Yes.
he's towing the line.
He's like a
You're
salmon
right,
going
fine
upstream.
line.
He's just going all over the place trying to get up that.
He started bashing Biden, and then they took all of his money away. He's like, well, wait a minute.
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
okay.
I think you're right.
Now the left is starting to bash him, and he's like, "Okay, I guess I can go over here now." Oh no!
Some of the interviews I've
See,
seen.
and that right there, driven by money. Get him the hell out of politics.
Bill
He is
Maher's not
driven
in
by
politics;
frickin'-
he's just in TV.
He's just a comedian.
Not even.
My apologies.
Talk
Aaron,
show.
my apologies. I didn't.
You'll never get politicians away from money, as much as I agree with you. It's just not going to happen.
And you
That's
know,
why
I
they're
know
politicians.
back
you don't go in
1776.
making, your job pays you $125,000 a year, and 3 years later you're worth
$10
$5 million.
yeah.
I mean,
I would love my kids to go be politicians because it's a license to print money and fucking steal.
Now it is. Look back at
And-
1776.
and you steal
It wasn't
it-
a job. You didn't
and
get
you-
paid to do it.
you steal and you don't go to jail.
Oh yeah, right.
I mean, if your kid just went out and stole, they go to jail.
Well, if your kid has bags of cocaine in the
White House.
secure facility,
That's never been proven. But Trump, he's been proven his stuff.
Trump had some classified documents at his house from when he was a president. We're not going to talk about how Biden had it from when he was a VP and wasn't supposed to have those
But
documents.
they were secure. They're beside a vet. I mean, he might have some documents beside your car.
That's cooler to say. That's already sounds way
I
cooler.
got documents in Mar-a-Lago. I got that sitting by my '64 Corvette.
Ugly ass color, by the way. His green color.
And his New Balance shoes.
I need to.
But his
to order
Corvette
him
almost
some-
burned up in a fire.
Hold
so
on.
That's equivalent to the Hawaii fire.
You like
Oh, yeah.
But
And
the
that
car was
that
at a
a
different residence when that house burned.
that
you
was
like
a huge ordeal.
you like ice cream, right? So does Biden. The similarities line up.
He's like,
Yeah,
oh,
but
I
get
got
brain
sprinkles on
freeze.
my
He
ice
does.
cream.
I bet the fires in Hawaii were fueled by cow farts.
You might be onto something. Just ask. Whoopi.
AOC.
No, who is it? Whoopi or who's a?
AOC
They're all
is
useless.
they're-
all
People want to have
all,
on property
all the
over
people
there.
on the
The
View
Rock.
are
Oh.
useless.
Oprah.
Oprah. Yeah.
She's useless too.
The Oprah, The Rock, Bezos.
bozos.
You know, there is a tree somewhere desperately trying to make air for her. She should go apologize to that freaking tree. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I get it.
Rant done.
For now.
For now.
What are our
Pause
future?
10 seconds for station identification.
We gotta figure out some future plans for this thing. So we're gonna do another fair special. We're gonna do another.
Well, hold on. You mentioned this has got to be
Preparation.
talked about, and it somewhat talks about prepping. So, Jeremy, tell us about canning.
Oh yeah, Greg needs some insider tips.
What do you
on
want to know
canning.
about canning?
Yes.
General,
You know what?
buy
I'm,
a decent canner.
I'm good about it
What,
too.
what do
Tell
you think
me.
about
Giving it to
water
you to
canning?
do?
Or
Water bath? It
Water
has
bath.
to has to have a certain acidity to be able to water bath. You can't water bath meat.
I seen it on YouTube, and it didn't look, it didn't look good when they did it. So what can I water bath?
CNN told me.
Not waterboard because people
Well, hold
don't
on.
like that.
Hold on. Quick detour. Waterboarding in Guantanamo Bay sounds like a lot of fun unless you know what either of those things is.
Very
Anyways.
much so.
Sorry.
I like your shirt.
Water bath, you have to do with your more acidic foods. Tomato base, citrus base, that type of stuff.
I told you, dude,
because
he's
it
the
doesn't-
canning whisperer.
Well, so when are you going to start canning for me?
Well, it depends.
Hey, you come over here on a Saturday, you leave on a Sunday.
Do you want
I
to?
warned you, you're gonna learn some shit.
Do you want to can bacon grease? He's your man.
He's
I
got
have
some
that
to
too.
spare,
I did
but he
not
won't
realize
involve
that
it.
was the thing until we can our bacon grease. He's like, you put it in a jar, right? How
He's
do you,
got truckloads of bacon grease to spare, and he still won't come off it.
Prepping, buddy. Gotta prep for the inevitable.
so I've seen food being canned. How in the hell do you can grease?
Grease monkey.
I was
Explain
gonna
it.
say. To be honest,
That's
okay,
just,
when your jar, when you get up to the top, there's called a shoulder. To where it starts to dip in, and then you got the threads.
Yep.
Okay, at that part, that's where you need to stop. That's giving your headroom. You have to give to that shoulder for your headroom.
We like head and shoulders.
yeah.
But
Yeah, head
being
and
a
shoulders.
meat-based product, it still has to reach a certain temperature and a certain pressure to be safely canned. Bacon grease is just another meat. It has to be canned at 15 pounds for 90 minutes to be able to be food safe.
15
And-
psi.
Yes.
Okay.
15 psi of pressure in a pressure canner for 90 minutes for it to be any parasite anything that pressure and that temperature will kill all that off to be safely canned. At that point, it can be good up to 25, 30 years, if not more.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, cannon's like the
Same way
the
with
shit.
same way with meat. Now, what people don't know about meat is you can cold pack meat. So let's say you go buy uncooked roast over here at Meijer. Dice it up. You can't pack it in the jar tight. There has to be gaps in it for the heat to get around the meat to be able to cook the meat fully. If you hard pack it, you'll get botulism because the center won't cook.
That just
Therefore,
makes me want to open a can of meat. So I've been watching a lot of things on YouTube, and they're like packing it, and I can't remember if that was just
Then he watched some canning videos.
that might have been the water bathing one that I seen that they did it. So so you don't put any liquids in you with your meat, right? It's just the meat.
no, I do put liquid in it. I fill the jar half full. The other half is the liquid out of it. I didn't even hear what you guys said.
We got Dumb and Dumber here.
Don't worry
Most
about
of the
it.
time
When
when
they can't eat because they don't know how to can, and
when
bags of canned potato chips are not available.
when I can meat, whatever, beef. Beef is common. I normally take and put a quarter teaspoon salt,
Oh, that's a lot of
and,
salt.
and this is for a pint.
You're not gonna die.
A pint.
Well, if you're gonna
Are we
die,
British?
it's not gonna be because the food. It's
Well,
gonna
it
be
depends
because
on your jar size. I mean, you got pints, you got quarts, and I got some 2-quart jars also. I got a few oddball.
How many?
1.5 pint.
How many 2-quart jars of bacon grease do you have?
None. I put all mine in pints.
So you can hold it in the cup holder on your drive to work?
he prefers a stirrup.
Yeah, those silly straws.
It's Jeremy's favorite yogurt in the
Anyway,
morning.
so
Put a couple
my-
blueberries in it.
I put the beef in there. Quarter teaspoon salt. In a pint, I put 1 beef bouillon cube and put a quarter of an onion. And then I cold pack it with the diced beef. Fill it halfway up with water. Put it in there. And I do that. My canner, I had a 21-quart canner. So I got a fairly big canner. I can do two stacks of quarts in my can. In one of my canners. I got multiple.
So my math is 12 on a row.
It's a 21-quart capacity pot.
I did. My math is wrong.
I
was
can
trying to look
put
smart.
I can put 14-quart jars in there at a time. To be honest, I haven't freaking stacked it full of pints. I couldn't tell you what the pints are, but I assume 21-ish, something like that. But now there's other ways you can do it. Do you buy canned beans?
Yeah, we buy canned beans.
Okay, you buy canned beans, and this goes into the survival part. You buy canned beans. A can of beans is, let's say, $1.19 for a 16-ounce.
15 ounce, yeah.
Okay, 15-ounce can of beans. Go buy a bag of beans, a 1-pound bag of beans.
It's about the same.
Dry
thing.
beans. They're 99 cents. Okay, take a quarter cup of dry beans, put it in a pint jar, fill it to the shoulder with water, put it in your pressure canner, and at 60 minutes at 15 psi, you have a pint of beans. Now, what the old saying is pint is a pound the world around. Means a pint's a pound.
Pint
I
is
argue
16
with that.
ounces.
Yep.
A pint is 16 ounces. 16 ounces of water is a pound. However, different fluids and items have different weights.
The way I always figure it is a pint jar full of lead weighs a lot more than a pint jar full of flowers. Or flowers, feathers, any of that shit. But either way, you can get a 16-ounce jar of beans for roughly 25 cents versus
If you're
$1.25.
pressure cooking yourself.
Pressure
Yep,
canning, yeah.
if you pressure can it.
What does a good pressure canner go for?
About 60 to 90 bucks.
Oh, that's not terrible. That's
But-
an Instant Pot.
And to be honest, you can find them. Okay, back to Ty making fun of me, and I know he's going to make a comment here in a minute, but hoarding shit
Yeah.
is, at one time, I had 14 pressure canners in my house.
Like half as many square dent sides.
But people were getting out of canning. People and canning has kind of went to the wayside. It's old school shit that nobody uses anymore. They'd rather just go to the store and buy a
My
can
mom
of
still
beans.
cans applesauce, but she can't. I mean, when I grew up, she used to can meat. She used to can all
But-
that shit. My grandma, she had a fucking basement full of canning shit. I mean, that was like
I'll show you
that was
pictures of mine.
that was pre-prepper.
The sad part
But-
of that is all that shit ended up in the dump.
I bought my first pressure canner completely intact at Goodwill for $2.50. It was a vintage 1970s Presto 21 quart pressure canner.
The good stuff.
It goes right now for $125. The Miro ones are still a good brand. Don't get me wrong on that one. But they're lesser money. Now, if you want big dollar one, you want to go with an All-American. All-American, those go for about $350. I have two of them. But I prefer my Presto over any of them. My wife prefers the All-American. I prefer the Presto. But
I challenged both of you to show up at my house and can about 350 quarts of whatever we want. I will judge which one does better.
350 quarts, and don't get me wrong, canning is a process.
Mm-hmm.
Canning is a long process.
Oh, it takes time.
But,
Well, we were talking about an hour at 15 psi.
or
90 minutes
if I was going to say, but that's 90 minutes at PSI. It might take a half hour to get to that 15 PSI before you start your timer for 90 minutes at 15 PSI.
Well, then you got to bring it back down.
And therefore, you just natural cool it. You shut the burner off and you walk away. You don't touch the rattler on the top of it, nothing. And you let it just natural depressurize. So, yes, it does take time. But in the end, it's worth it. You know what you have into your shit. You don't have the preservatives, any of that stuff. Because I went away from buying canned beans years ago.
I'd wither away without preservative.
And I went to
No,
buy
your body go into shock and you die. So you if that shit, it's a
No,
fan,
it's very well preserved.
you're done. You're done. Once you don't get like those preservatives, keep shit maintained where it gotta be.
Now
Start eating healthy shit. You think he shits now?
Of course, federal government, USDA, has strict guidelines on canning. Well, that's also their bullshit. That's the U.S. government dipping their hands into shit that they honestly have no freaking clue about.
No,
Well,
they
that
would
brings
never
it-
do
That
that.
brings back one of the shows that you guys had, podcast you had. You had mentioned, cans only last till 2024, and it's 2023. Why? It's pressure cooked. It'll last. If the top is pumped up, then it's still good.
It's just like I was saying earlier. Back in the 80s, we didn't have on metal cans an expiration
You
date.
mean to get it for you?
It's
But
got
they
my
started
nails
now.
done.
Why? Back in the 80s, expiration dates on metal canned goods were not a freaking thing. Why is it now?
I'll answer that. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and the reason that is because they have to keep, the manufacturer has to keep cans like from this date forward. That's why they put dates on it, not because if you have salmonella or anything like that, they have to have a can that says August 4th, 2020.
That way,
That's
if
why they
some,
put dates on it. Doesn't make it bad, whichever sell by. That's because they don't want to keep records forever. You know, they don't want to keep records for 20 years.
They don't want to keep 10 years worth of production cans sitting in a warehouse.
There's people like my kid who goes, "This is a day out of date," and chucks it. Now he's gotta go buy more.
But no,
Well, that's where they've gotten society. They think stuff only lasts, like, you buy a can of beans,
Me and
oh
Mom
my
are
god,
going,
it's fucking
it's
done.
still fine. Just fucking eat it.
So this is what cracks me up. You go in the tropics, it's fucking 100 degrees, they got ketchup and mustard sitting on the fucking counter. Where do we keep it? We keep it in the fucking refrigerator. And
Right.
if we did that here, Gina's like, oh, you gotta throw that shit away. It's been out in the sun all day. Well, that's been out for fucking 2 months. Sitting in the fucking
no
sun.
shit.
Ketchup and mustard is so acidic, it should be fine.
And exactly.
Well,
Have you seen-
You could take the rust off your bumper if you need to.
To be honest, I used to leave my ketchup on the counter. I didn't give a shit. I'd freaking shake it up, get
been
the
wondering
freaking
about-
liquid back in it, squirt it on something.
You go to every
that
bar.
explains a
You go
couple
to every
things.
bar and the ketchup and mustard is sitting at every table. It's not like, okay, 10 hours is over. We're gonna stick it in the refrigerator and make it good again.
Yeah.
Well, that's been sitting out all
there is where
day.
you
Throw
get
in the trash.
your
We'll start again tomorrow.
food safe shit. That is, I mean, to go from hot to cold, hot to cold to hot, and this goes on for a month and a half. Yeah. Okay, that's stupid as hell. Back to canning for a minute. USDA says you can't can dairy. That's the USDA limiting your bullshit.
See, I seen that. Trust me, I've been watching a lot of YouTube. You can can milk.
Yes, you can. I can butter. I will buy sticks of butter.
Can I walk into your warehouse someday?
Oh shit!
You can come over any damn time you want.
Go shopping in that warehouse.
What I do is
Buy one, get 6 free.
I'll put it in jars, set it in a pot, warm it up, get it melted, keep adding butter until it gets up to the shoulder height, and then at that point, I put a lid on it, pull it out, put it in a pressure canner until I have.
So you literally can can anything.
Yes. And people, like I said, canning has went to the wayside.
Well, my mom
last
used to can,
20 years.
but my mom grew up back, in the day when shit was really shitty, and they still knew how to do that stuff. And Tina's best friend still cans because her mom and dad, her dad still got a fucking garden. He's like 85 years old, and she cans all the time.
Wendy?
Yeah. Oh, she cans like a motherfucker. Yeah.
Really?
Seriously.
Wow, that surprises me.
So, I mean, if you can,
MSU used to put a class on once a week on food preservation over
Really?
there. Yes. They would teach you about canning. They'll test your pressure canner gauges. They'll test your pressure canner over here.
Now they do a class on pronoun preservation.
Yeah, no shit. But still, if you want to get into canning, by any means, I'll help you as much as I can.
I'll take you up on that because we seriously been. So here's another thing: watching YouTube, dried eggs, dried milk, obviously dried potatoes, but
What is this thing?
it's almost like
Dried salty potatoes.
that stuff to me seems like it's easier to preserve if it's already dehydrated. It's in a bag.
Now
What's-
you could lime water bath eggs.
What's that?
You could lime water bath eggs.
Yeah, but I'm thinking from a
Okay, hold on. Elaborate on lime water bath.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too.
lime. You said line or lime?
Lime.
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 Okay.
Mix more or less a what brine? Okay. Stack raw.
Kind of like
eggs.
pickled eggs.
Yes, but with the shell.
Okay.
Stack them in a jar,
Just
uncooked, straight out of the carton. Stick them in a jar. Stack them so they don't move around. You're not going to crush them. Any of that. Fill the jar with the lime water brine.
What's the mix?
Put the
on
lid
that?
on it. To be honest, I don't
Off the
know.
top of your head, you don't know.
Is
Okay.
Tennille showing up? Captain and Tennille?
But put the lid on it. You can put it in your basement on a shelf the way it is, and those eggs will be good for approximately 10 years. Uncooked.
Man.
If we could only do that with Doritos.
The stigma around eggs being volatile
Well, that's the
in
other
certain
thing.
instances makes me nervous for a 10-year shelf life for fucking lime bath. Makes me a
And
little nervous, right?
That brings me to a point I was going to make earlier when we were talking about eggs. Is eggs? They have a sell by best by date on them.
Oh, yeah.
It's because they've been washed. If you don't wash an egg, they don't have to be refrigerated.
Freaking, he just said that.
I didn't know that
Earlier,
until
no.
I got an employee that has eggs. I didn't know that was a thing.
I-
You wash it, it takes the bacteria off it, and
I raised
Good.
your sell by
Bacteria.
date's like gone.
I mean,
But anyway, with even the sell by date, I have eggs in my fridge that I cracked open the other day. The sell by date was November. Still,
no way.
yes,
Really?
yep,
So
still freaking beautiful.
we were just down in St. Martin, and in America, all your eggs in a it's an open refrigerator, but
Yep.
you could grab them. So we're walking through the market, and there's Eglin Best, which comes from Saranac, Michigan, and we're in St. Martin.
That's kind of neat, wasn't it?
But they're not in the
Tastes like
they're
home.
stacked up. So you got the refrigerator section here with stuff in it. They're stacked on the floor, and I had a hard time eating the eggs. I threw a little fucking dozen away when I cracked it open. That yellow is a little different yellow,
But
Tastes the same.
but I threw them away. That's the butt part of it. So, but if they're refrigerated, it's probably a whole different thing. I mean, these are like, I was thinking, Tina, those eggs are all stacked up and stacked up all across on the floor in front of the refrigerated section.
down there, they probably had no idea that they're washed, and that matters. Who knows?
It's a whole, but nobody dies down there. But
Wow.
it grows.
That's a fair point.
It grows.
Hold on.
It grosses me out thinking about it. I'm like,
the water
I'm not gonna
doesn't.
chance.
The water doesn't negatively affect them either, so they're
Hey.
used to it.
Eggs from Saranac, water bottles from Flint.
Sell
Well,
these to
everybody
the
needs a little
tourists.
lead in their
Oh,
diet.
Michigan is popular down here.
Everybody needs a little lead in their diet.
No shit.
Keeps you
But again,
grounded.
there's I guess a little bit on the prepping side of it is if shit goes haywire.
Oh, it'll never go haywire. We have
Set up
Biden
a
in
tent in
control.
your yard.
Shut the fuck up. How many of you had to drink tonight?
Me?
Yeah, especially saying that shit.
Is that a
Oh,
second
this
one?
is. Oh, I drank this one. This is my second one.
He drank all of
Anyway.
these.
With all the electric vehicles that they're pushing, they're going to dump the freaking grid. The grid is going to go shit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what's your freezer going to do? Not
Hey,
freaking
hey,
work.
hold on. Hey, Greg, when are you going to buy an
Touche.
EV?
So,
Touche.
An EV?
if you have shelf-stable food,
What's her name?
guess what?
listen
I'm
to
going to
him.
eat.
Say that again to him, because he was listening to Moody.
No, you get.
If your grid goes down, your freezer's done. Your fridge is done. Me, I have shelf-stable food. Everything.
No, we do
all my
because we're going to
shit's-
take over your ass. There's three
Well.
against one.
But again, people need to look at shelf-stable shit instead of.
But most people don't think about that.
No, you're right.
They're like
Non-perishable something.
the grocery store is always open, and I can just walk in and
Yeah.
get my
It's not
food
gonna
whenever
be,
I
man.
want. And it's not going to be because
Over-
they only have what is it? 2 to 3 days worth of stock, maybe
Roughly.
a day and a half anymore because you go in any store and half the shit's gone.
Prior to you getting here, we talked about New York. So New York is going to suffer, and I hope they do. Man, I hope they do. So Trump got sued, and he owes $355 million, or he's fucked. Truckers across America are like, okay, you either wash that money somehow or another and make it go away,
no,
or we're not trucking
reverse
into
the
your town.
conviction. Reverse the conviction is what they're saying, or we ain't coming in. We're
That
not
means no
delivering to
groceries,
New York City
no-
anymore.
No clothing, no.
I would actually hope that would actually happen, but it won't happen because you're going to do it, and you have to do it.
Hit that button.
What am I deleting?
He said the company name.
Yeah,
Oh.
said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We'll cut it.
But no, bigger corporations, if you work for a bigger trucking organization, trucking company, whatever, yes, chances are you're going to have to. Or you're going to call in sick for a few days. But still, it's by Monday, they're saying Monday they're going to stop as many shipments as they can from going to New York City. They said
Well, you realize they're going to blame that on Trump.
Oh, yeah. They already have.
Okay.
Because his trucking company stopped him.
No.
Because
we're supporting.
Yeah.
By Friday, New
you,
York City is
liberals.
going to be damn near out of food.
I hope they suffer. I hope they're all out there freaking out right now, emptying the shelves.
Oh, and they got 150 million immigrants that they got to feed on top of that.
Oh yeah.
So they got.
No, it's cool, dude. They got $1,000 gift
never mind.
cards.
They lost that many people that are leaving the state, so they're equal.
Are they leaving? Are they leaving that fast? I mean,
Shit, people are leaving. Well,
people leaving.
so you know the guy on Shark Tank, O'Reilly?
Mark Cuban?
No, the guy that he calls himself Mr. Wonderful.
That's my name.
Well, the other one,
Oh,
the one that's older than
When
you.
you're dreaming, buddy.
He says, I will not do business in New York ever again because basically they're like saying, if you want a business here, we're going to dictate. If we don't feel you're doing business correctly, we're going to take you to court and we're going to sue you. Now,
Good for him.
will they do that to anybody other than Trump? No, but they don't like Trump because they're threatened by him.
Because of mean tweets, whatever.
So while we're talking about cities overstepping, this came up a while ago.
Okay.
I want to get your input on this as a business owner. So GM's autonomous driving system is a company called Cruise based out of San Francisco. As a result, San Francisco thinks GM owes them income tax, city income tax, based on global revenue, which means their tax bill comes out to, it's $3 billion global revenue, so their tax bill comes out to $108 million because of the Cruise self-driving feature. So, how would you feel?
As an autonomous electronic company, congratulations, you are now moving
No?
anywhere else.
We're finding a different company. Bye. Fuck San Francisco. How would you feel if control software that you buy from a vendor, that city that the vendor is in, decided that your revenue here in Michigan is now taxable in their city? So you're paying city taxes in, say, San Francisco.
I'd go. We're done.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
I mean,
I pay enough in taxes, sales taxes, business
I'm
tax.
so
I'm not paying city tax for a city I'm not in.
Yes.
So Ford says, we're not sure where we're going to build our cars from here on out because of the whole union. You know, everybody needs to make 3 figures and blah blah blah.
Well,
No, we don't.
that's kicking themselves in the ass. Remember that conversation we had about Dodge earlier?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be laying off like crazy because
They
they
are
have
laying off.
505 days worth of fucking trucks to sell.
And they're only supposed to have like a month, maybe. I think is what I can't remember I can't remember the numbers, but I think every manufacturer
They want them.
They want to have like
27 days,
20 to
crazy.
30 days worth of inventory on hand, and
Well, that's about how long it takes to move a truck from the production lot to a dealership. It's not a fast process. It takes a while. Train cars, trucks, it's not fast. It takes about 27 days.
Especially if
And-
it's Chevys.
I mean, you put your
Clutch
order, and it
brakes.
takes like 3 days to make, but it takes all the other processes to get it.
Yeah.
in.
Unlike Tesla, they're not going to hot shot it across the country for you.
Now, with that being said, not necessarily Tesla
Hold on.
and hot shotting.
Sorry to interrupt. While it's on my mind, you know when Tesla's going for warranty work, They usually load it on a hot shot and send it across the country
On a diesel truck.
on a diesel pickup with 1 or 2 cars to drive across the nation. Anyway, sorry.
This is my surprise phase. Yeah.
Did you see the video that came out this week with 3 autonomous switchers?
Autonomous switchers?
Yep.
Where?
Carrie's been
California.
It's some company.
Carrie's been made into other people.
They were there was 3 unmanned switchers running this lot, and you could watch them. There's somebody sitting in a building on the property watching the video cameras of these hustlers, and they have it all filmed. And they're backing into docks. They're backing in, parking them straight in line. They're passing each other and turning. And they had one to where all 3 switchers were right in one spot. And this one finally made a move and went around. And this one made it around. And it was, I hate to say it, but it was cool to watch them do this.
How long before our line haul where we work does that? Because, I mean, it could be.
Oh, that's
good. The guys, the line haul? Come on, dude. Anybody can do that shit, right?
That system is great. That self-driving feature is great
That was for Tori.
until the truck loses traction. Then it doesn't know where it is.
No, that's
I
probably
bet when it loses traction, it's going to cut all power. I
But-
bet that's going to be a thing. I
Doesn't
mean,
matter. Still
it's
in motion.
It'd be like when
well,
a
it's
certain driver just, I mean, he sounds like a girl and his nuts are cut off, so he loses all power.
So
I know who you're talking about.
So there's a grocery warehouse near where you work. Big company.
A grocery
yes.
Byron Center.
It's called
Barnyards? Okay,
It's called
okay.
Fruit and Veggie Company.
Anyways,
barnyard center.
down there, they have, at least they used to have, machines in there. Autonomous warehouse forklifts, basically. That could go through the racks and pull pallets. They parked them. They stopped using them because they tipped over pallets and they crashed them and they tipped over product more often than human. They had to park the machines because they were tired of pulling manpower in to restack pallets.
Tell me
It's
that
just-
wasn't union driven.
Either
I
way,
guarantee the union guys, the hardcore union guys are fucking shit up.
you could say union or not, but they were all pissed off that these self-driving robots were
Caused more work.
were crashing into pallet racking because they didn't raise it quite high enough.
The
Humans have a better accuracy rate, especially when you're working at that kind of level.
the
I did.
the absence
I
of the
agree, but
manpower
disagree.
caused more
You talk
manpower.
about these robots are putting cars together, doing all that. I mean, they have a place, but at what point are they going to take over the world? Because
Well-
once you get autonomous, it just keeps growing and growing because they learn and learn. I mean, they just learn and learn.
Well, AI is going to take over.
Yeah,
something.
AI is going to be.
dangerous.
Well-
It's dangerous now.
Well, as it is now, like the big three, a robot does most of the welding they need to do. And then a human
Which is
still
good.
has
Have
to
you
go.
seen some of the fucking human welding.
And then a human still has to go through and do the quality check of the welds. But then you see them putting wheels and tires on these cars. There's a person guiding a robot, and that person holds a remote control to drive the robot. They're not picking up tires anymore. They just drive it into place. Today I was at a place that makes cylinder heads for Detroit diesels. The big, like, 12.8 liter massive engines. So I was at a place that makes cylinder heads for them. And I watched a guy.
You guys are gonna need a beer run in a minute.
I should have brought more beer.
I got some.
That was a
Don't
fucking
panic!
statement.
Don't panic! I got like 6 NA bush lights next to.
But-
okay, now I panic.
I watched a guy at one of the CNC machines. And he's got a robot at his station. He grabs the handle, and it's all power assist. So he can just put a bit of upward pressure on it, and the robot picks up. And he swings it over, and he grabs this aluminum cylinder head, scoops it up, loads it into the machine, sets it down, sets the machine off to the side, He has to press 2 buttons. Make sure your fingers are out of the machine. Door closes. It does.
Just don't go like this.
It does its process, and then he comes back. He grabs it with the arm, sets it off onto a line, and then goes and grabs the next one. The power's doing all the work.
I was gonna say the robot's doing the work. You're just guiding it with your hand, your motion.
So why are
you
we
got
paying?
you got something else doing the
Sounds
heavy
like we don't
lifting
need
for you.
mechanics anymore.
So why are we paying a guy to stand there? Because a robot can pick it up off a
Because of
skid
union.
next to you.
Because the union isn't giving up all their power yet.
That shop is not
Because
union.
it's not smart enough to guide itself. It needs the guidance of somebody else.
Here she comes.
Oh,
shit.
We're bashing women again?
Not yet.
We're bashing
Well, now we
robots.
are.
We're bashing robots right now.
We're bashing the robot world.
AI.
Shit, Logan.
We're
What?
Bashing women again. I didn't bash
I heard
women.
you bash women.
Oh, she's going right to the heater.
No, that's just.
She is,
not,
yeah.
It's not bash.
That's her
It's just
jam.
battery.
Yeah, I know you guys. I figured how y'all get so funny is from all this propane you're sniffing.
Well, no shit.
Well, the propane smells good. Why is your flashlight on?
I'm funny, haha. Those guys are funny.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, you just can't come into a minimal conversation. This is some serious
We're
shit.
talking canning. We're talking
Canning?
You missed the whole canning
I
episode.
heard Jeremy's gonna teach us
propane, sniffing.
He said you can can eggs, whole eggs with the shell and everything.
You guys are in.
He said you can
no,
can
He
eggs.
says don't water bad.
Let me hear you phrase this. You are in trouble
Well,
because now
let me
Greg is
finish
going to
that.
become.
I told you that. I told you it didn't look nearly as cooked.
He's taking pointers from the canning whisperer. You're in
I'm
trouble.
saying you should come over every weekend, every other weekend, and
Show
give
us how
Do
to
the work.
demonstrations.
Give him,
do the work.
give him a tutorial.
Every week.
46 quarts at a
Hands
time.
on. Yeah.
I'm a slow learner.
Whatever.
Weekends meat.
No, you know what? I think
Weekends
Jeremy would actually enjoy teaching you some of that stuff. Not
Maybe it
maybe not
takes an
everything.
hour.
I hope you
and a
don't
half for
enjoy
6
teaching me
cans. That's a
canning.
lot.
Oh, he'll can you.
No. That's an hour and a half of cook time for 6 cans.
That's
That
not
doesn't-
bringing it up to
That's not
pressure
the
or
preheat.
letting it down.
That's not bringing up or bringing down.
I had to have a sip. I'll go buy out of a jar.
But man, back in the day, old ladies had nothing but time, so they canned the shit out of them.
You know, if you have no power, you have nothing else. What else do you got to do? Campfire, canner.
And
It's called entertainment.
Canner.
There we go. There's Mama.
anyway, what are we going to discuss now?
Where are we at on
So,
time?
where,
Hour.
Oh, we're good. We got another half hour in us.
okay, where
At
were
this
we,
point, are we going to take a break and do another hour, or are we just going to keep going?
before the girls interrupted, what were we talking about?
How
We're talking
terrible
about-
women are. No, I'm just
No.
kidding.
No, that's not what. No, that's not what we're talking
Autonomous trucks or whatever.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, we're talking AI.
Autonomous trucks.
AI.
AI is taking over the world. It's gonna. Even Elon Musk is like, you guys don't want what kind of danger you guys are in.
No, if
for."
it's learning,
So's Russia.
And he developed a
At some point-
cyborg.
you look at the rest of the bullshit.
He's like,
learns,
you don't want the
watch
dangers,
the
but
movies.
I'm going to invent more shit.
It's learning, and it's learning our shit, and it's gonna turn on us at some point.
Yeah, I get it, man.
So basically, the further away from
So-
the world you can get, the less apt you're going to get cyborged or AI.
Amy has recently become super pro us doing this podcast, right? So one of the topics she had that she gave me for this weekend, she's given me a ton for the last few weekends, but she's giving me one for this weekend. What celebrity would you bang? Now that we have new guests.
Rudy, you can't say Nicolas Cage.
No, I already said Ryan Reynolds.
No, he can't. He wouldn't bang anybody with a matching forehead.
He said Ryan Reynolds, and I'm like, well, fuck, now I got another one. Ryan
Ryan
Deadpool.
Reynolds?
You would fuck Ryan Reynolds.
You wouldn't? What the
Well, yeah.
fuck?
Well, fuck, I
Well,
might.
if it's going to have his money, you would.
I like the pirate guy. What's his name?
Johnny
Depp.
Depp.
Yeah.
Just because he's wild.
Just
Just don't shit on
on
his pillow.
But then he's
You'll never hear
wild.
the end of it. Oddly enough, he probably asked for that.
Yeah, he's like,
was awesome.
he's like, I'm fucking stoned out, fucking shit in my pillow.
Shit in my face.
She probably said shit in my face, and she missed and got the pillow.
Let me help you.
Probably like that scary movie where everybody wants to fuck me in the ass.
That your
That's
dream.
it.
They hate it. They hate it when I get off and shit on their chest.
Amy, what celebrity do you want to bang?
You know.
I know.
We don't. He does, but we don't.
Like,
Oh, Blake Lively. That's right. Ryan Reynolds' wife. She wants to.
Well, shit.
bang
You just
Ryan
bring the
Reynolds.
couple over. You take Ryan. She'll take Blake.
Let's not make this weird, okay?
I don't mind any ass every
How
now
about you, Greg?
I have no idea.
Alexandra Daddario.
I seriously don't. I've never.
oh, he loves you.
Oh.
No,
I don't think that's it.
I just never gave it
Hold on.
much thought.
Me, I really
Tina,
want
leave the
anybody
room.
that looks exactly like my old lady.
Oh,
That's it. That's
Oh
it.
wait, so she got me really old.
That's a subject we need to talk about.
I've been taking.
Okay,
Men that
this
call
is what.
their ladies
Okay,
old
this
ladies.
is what. I got it. I got it. Air it
I
out.
hate that.
I hate the word old lady.
I hate the word old
I
lady.
hate the word old lady because it's derogatory.
It's
It's derogatory.
not
It's
derogatory.
not.
Prove me wrong.
Old.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. That is derogatory.
it's-
That's a
who's derogatory?
derogatory comment.
It's-
I would,
Have you heard us tonight?
if either one of my, yeah, but this
You
is
been
bull-
listening?
If either one of my
Okay,
kids,
so it's
either
fine
one of
until
my-
Tina walks in.
no, if either one, no. This is something.
I'm sweet cheeks.
If either one of my kids ever called their woman old lady, I would be all over their shit because it's derogatory. Because it's your wife or it's your girlfriend.
Disrespectful.
It's a respect thing.
Dis-
It's not your old
Derogatory
lady.
might not be a good word.
Oh,
More
what?
than disrespectful.
So
All right then.
you know,
Greg spoke his
and the audience gets quiet. Awkward moment.
Every one of
You
our
know,
employees-
I'm not going to say it's not derogatory.
Every one of our employees does it.
I'm
And I don't
also
like
going to
it.
say that I'm not necessarily on board with you for the most part because it also reaches to a point that you're so comfortable with that person that it's almost nostalgic to be called my old man or my old lady, that type. I feel some women do like it being called.
And if women like it, then that's their,
And by all means, I'm not
Step
saying
up here for a minute.
I'm not saying all of them.
Step up to
By
the
no
bar.
means.
yeah.
Again,
Step up
you
to the
have to
bar.
get to that point in a relationship to where it has
Okay.
to feel
Greg,
right.
But
turn around. We're doing YouTube, by the way.
YouTube.
What are
Yeah,
you
right
talking
there.
about?
In the corner.
Yep. So just heads up.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I'll let you know.
You need some. You
Hey.
need some beauty on your.
I got some heads up though.
No, we got enough.
The editor is an alcoholic.
Anyway, what else?
But hey, if
We've-
the woman likes to be called a lady and both parties are good with it, that's
Hey.
it. I'm saying me personally.
At
I
least
don't
it's
like
got the term lady in it instead of the old bitch. The old ball and chain.
I don't really, rarely maybe ever call you the old lady
It's usually
when
wife.
you're around.
The wife.
The wife, right.
Okay, well, there's a difference.
Amy.
When you were the guys,
I
you
call
say
you
old
wife. I
lady,
call you
but when
wife.
you're her, it's like, I'm not going to
But
say
we've
it
been
because
together forever.
Amy, your number is
We've
saved
been
in my
together
phone
forever.
as his last name. Because it's easier to find. Basically married at this point.
See, now I can also look at it the wife. You're the wife. Not mine, but the wife.
Is
You're
that
somebody's wife.
Okay. which one?
Well, you don't just
that's
walk down the
derogatory
street.
to me?
Hey, the wife.
No, that's
Exactly.
Hey, the wife.
politically correct
Not,
in this day and age.
The
The
gender
wife.
neutral partner.
So I want you guys all change your phones when you put her name in to maybe female, maybe male, maybe wife, maybe husband,
Gender
maybe-
non-specific person.
Fluid.
I want to list this.
Hold on. Gender non-specific fluid is something completely different.
All right, you all are making a lick of sense.
Back to the
You guys are-
Jeremy foyer. Let's back up a minute.
You guys are bouncing around everywhere.
Oh, you don't even
That's
know.
normal, though.
Shit, man.
Alright, so who would you screw?
What did I say? Olivia
Olivia
Munn.
Munn.
That's what it was. Dude, it took me a fucking minute to find it. Olivia Munn.
Who'd you
Oh,
say?
she is Frick Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
Or Alexandra Daddario.
I
But
had a whole
all
fucking list.
Ty said initially was, the hot one with freckles.
I couldn't remember her name, dude. I couldn't
What
remember.
does she look like?
I'll do it.
I want to make sure I remember this one.
I have no idea because I don't watch TV. I don't watch.
Well, that's kind of my problem. I'm like, I don't remember her name, but she was on
Yeah,
this
we don't
one.
watch much TV. Yeah, Carter would love that.
What one?
I'm gonna probably go with
Good
a
one.
Fox host.
A what?
Oh,
Megan Fox?
hold on. Kaylee McKinley?
Oh yeah, McEnany, whatever the old
Former
Trump
press
lady.
secretary.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you
she's
know what?
She's getting a little
She's
bit
cute, but she's a little too.
plastic.
Yeah, she's just a little too much.
She's
Dolly,
getting to be
like-
too much Dolly because her eyes are getting tighter and tighter, and her
Hate to s-
eyelashes are getting
I hate
bigger
to.
and
I hate
bigger.
to say. it.
You know what? But
And
her
her face is getting tighter and tighter. But she was very smart.
There's two. There's two. They
She's
both
pretty.
look alike.
her political side makes her sexy.
There's
Yeah.
the one that's on the 5. That's a Democrat. She's hot.
Yeah, the
With the
blonde
glasses. No, the one with the glasses. That's a Democrat.
Kennedy.
Please don't say
She's
AOC.
hot, too.
Kennedy's
Her and her
hot.
freaking
Kennedy's
Mr.
hot.
Ed Teeth.
And
I wear my glasses, and you don't think I'm hot.
oh fuck,
Robert
bullshit.
Kennedy.
Not
You smash Robert Kennedy.
Robert.
Junior. Junior.
Oh,
Both. I think
so
I
you
think you both. I think you're
Yeah, like old fucking dudes.
right in the middle.
That was me.
I like dudes with wrinkly asses.
Is that the guy with the old balls?
I look at him really gray and hairy.
Kennedy's not even hot, but she is.
She is. She's hot. And then the other one that's a Democrat that's on that 5. She's not the Kennedy. The one that you
Oh,
don't
I
like.
can't stand her.
I can't stand her either, but she's cute.
No, she's not cute. What do you do? You're like
Oh,
looking
there
at.
it is. That's the one.
I think you like Daphne.
Who?
Those women look
Well,
like
Scooby-Doo,
Daphne.
hell
That's what I was
I don't,
thinking.
I don't like the one.
Like Amanda
I don't.
from the car.
Oh, fuck no.
Those women look
Fuck
like
no.
Daphne.
I immediately thought, ruh-roh, Reggie.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's
Shit's
what they
getting
look
real now.
That's what they look like, Daphne. With the big
Ruh-roh.
glasses.
Purple
No,
headband.
they don't.
Weird.
Gooby Jack?
Imagine the things
Hey,
he
at
do
least,
for
at least
Scooby.
her hair doesn't look greasy. Like,
Daphne?
no, like,
Amanda?
no, John Depp.
Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
That's just 'cause he's wild. He's just wild.
That's a bad boy side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's all right.
I like the bad boys.
Who's into that?
I like the girls, so I don't give a shit.
That's why she's with Ty.
Yeah.
Coincidentally,
Basically a woman.
ruh-roh, Reggie.
I don't know if he's got a mangina.
Might as well start calling him old Greg.
Oh, Greg with a mangina.
Oh shit.
Oh God. So we've cured all of America's problems tonight already. I feel.
Damn man.
She might even strap one on and call you whoever she's got a crush for and put you right in her
I'm
butt.
going to tell you she's not.
I say one more drink, she might.
Couple more drinks, you'll have your way with him.
She's probably looking to get lucky, but I don't know. I might have a bad case of a whiskey dick here in a minute.
On rum.
She might like it up the butt.
Huh?
Nothing.
Girl, you pervert. Oh, you pervert. That's disgusting. Are you bashing?
That's weird, Ty. Usually strap-ons don't get whiskey dick.
Oh, God. Oh, let me show you
We
something.
told you. We told you. Toothpicks and popsicle sticks, buddy.
Oh,
Some
dude.
duct tape.
Should we break out the flashlight?
Yeah.
Or the flashlight.
No, come on now. That's not even.
Don't be vulgar.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Open that.
Yeah, I know what that is.
That's got a cap on it. You got to unscrew the
I've seen
cap.
it. You already brought it over to my house.
Did I? Oh yeah. Did you see it?
You
Yeah.
already tried it on Greg.
Oh damn it.
Was he successful?
You know,
We didn't take it for a test run.
happens
guys-
at the
these guys are-
Wilbur, stays at the Wilbur.
These guys.
You didn't call it your old lady, did you?
Sorry.
You know what? Amy can make me a sticker.
The old lady.
I call them my old 9-volt.
These guys want to ring fucking tuna fish juice into it.
Pretty lubricate it.
That was just gross. Such a
the best-
that was the
I
wrong.
would've-
So far, it's been the best 10 bucks
honey,
I ever spent.
honey, I would have never said anything like that. I wouldn't have.
Bullshit.
You just didn't think of it first.
That's what pisses me off.
No, he did because I mentioned it. And he goes, "Yes, you need to do that."
What?
The fucking
I never said anything about the
pocket posting
flashlight.
thing.
Oh.
Circle
Yes,
it
you
with
did.
tuna?
Huh?
Tonight?
No. When I bought it,
Oh.
the day before I bought it. No, the day I bought it, and it came the next day. It was the flashlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
For
his
the-
idea.
For who's got the bigger flashlight deck?
No. Well, yeah, it
The
was
night
gag.
before, yeah.
Well, you beat me. I'm like, I can't wait till he stops talking. I'm like, you need a flashlight. And he goes, and I bought a flashlight. Fuck, he took my thunder.
That's funny.
What else we got?
Why is somebody walking around with plastic spoons in their bag?
That's my lunch bag. Stop judging
He
me.
ain't even been home yet. Are you kidding?
Oh.
I stopped by. I
I'm just
fed
like,
the
Louie, you
dogs.
can't even leave home without spoons?
I stopped by the house. I fed the dogs. I packed beer. I didn't know your husband would be over here taking all my beer.
I said I could replace it with Bush and A next door. And he, like, got all offended.
That
So-
sounds like a
So I drank
really
the rest
good
of it.
trade.
That sucks.
That's a fair trade.
I have Coors,
Just trying to help you.
little silver bullet.
Here's one
No,
I
I
wrote.
think you already drank all that too, didn't you?
Here's one I wrote a long time ago that I don't think we ever hit on.
You got a love song?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? It could be. What's better than EVs for the environment? Question mark. Driving the same cars for longer. Make them rust proof.
Plastic.
Make
yeah.
them easier to service.
Plastic, yeah.
Give me an all stainless 87 1-ton square body with an LS.
All stainless, so you want a DeLorean.
With an LS square body. You know what? An LS with a gull wing doors? No, that would look stupid.
How did we go from
Yeah, no.
screw?
Mustang with Lambo doors.
Why, you feeling left out now?
A yellow one? A yellow one with ghost flames?
With stickers
Oh,
on the side.
Now his dick's hard.
So did you hear, is it Yamaha or Evinrude come out with the first hydrogen outboard?
Oh, I seen something on it, but it was the media czars have buried it.
Mm-hmm.
Because of why?
Electric.
No, yeah, they want to.
It doesn't fit the narrative.
Yes, correct.
So there was a guy
The
back.
lobby, sorry,
there was
the
a guy
lobbies
back
are
in the
buried. The lobbies are
70s.
buried.
There was a guy back in the 70s or 60s, that era, that
Oh,
had
turn that on for
actually
It don't work.
that
Yes,
actually,
sir.
I'll do it.
that actually had
Thank
a hydrogen car, and he come up dead.
Yep.
It was like, yes.
I read an article on that a couple months back. It was astronomical. And he didn't have that much money into it.
No. And now they're finally coming out. It's going to happen. They're just postponing it as long as they can. Again, by the lobbyist and the gas power.
I was going to say, the
of-
petroleum companies.
Yes.
Petroleum manufacturer, petroleum
Hit the on button and
companies,
kick her
whatever. They're gonna, again, like we spoke earlier, they're gonna prolong it as long as they can. They're gonna hold it up in freaking litigation and everything else to get as much money as they can on their other shit
They want
before
us
this
to
starts
survive
hitting.
on gas.
Yep.
and the ever popular.
Which I'm not
gas
opposed
pump.
to it. I enjoy my diesel. I enjoy my gas engines.
But what if we find out that hydrogen makes more power for less and cheaper and lasts longer forever? Lasts
But it's
forever,
not.
whatever.
But it's not going to be cheaper because they're going to make it just as expensive.
And they're going to
Somebody's
make it
gonna
just like
capitalize on it.
they're going
yeah.
to make it just like now is to where you can't get it on your own.
Like you can't go to
Boy, I
the
hope nobody's
Grand
going to the
River
beer
and pump
store.
it out and fill your freaking tank with Grand River water, which that's probably flammable anyway. The amount of freaking sewage that's in it.
Well, give you
But again,
that's like nitrous.
yeah. But again, how are they going to stop people from pumping it out of somewhere? They're going to people going to
is
use their
water.
well water to freaking fill their tank. They're
They're
going to
gonna
use
start
their
charging us for tap water.
and exactly. They're going to start freaking taxing you on your well usage.
Oh, it's going down.
Oh, he hit the wrong button. I need to go fix that. But Amy, go hit the full body, sit still, kind of.
No, she's good. She's good.
Greg, look, she's good. She's tipping over, dude. You good?
Are you good, hon?
I can't
Did you
feel
spill
my
your beer?
face.
You didn't have a drink in your hand, did you?
Get the hiccups now.
Shit, I almost spilled it.
I'm wearing it.
I hope Moody wants the bathroom to get more beer. I don't think
He's got a
that.
beer.
Yeah.
Dude, I could take it. You would think he would know enough to bring a 30 pack.
Well,
He's coming up with empty-handed.
Dude.
Man, I can't wait.
anyway,
I can't wait till Gavin's
beer.
21.
Empty-handed, empty bladder.
well, you were probably empty-handed when you drained your bladder.
Huh,
Shit.
pretty close.
Touche.
He couldn't see it, so he couldn't grab it. He's like,
He didn't have long enough arms to reach under the Dunlop.
he's like talking sexy
say
to it, so
proud,
it
man.
might get out to where he can reach it.
It's too cold outside for that.
Let me go back in my notes and see what else we missed on that we didn't hit on. We talked about cover songs, right? I like cover songs better than the
Oh,
original.
we brought it up a little bit. Each has their place. I like a lot of originals. I like
Sunday
a lot of
morning,
covers.
she's saying, ouch.
That's the most moaning she's done in a long time.
We've been married almost 30 years.
Probably been a long time since you said that, hasn't it?
I don't know if she's ever said that.
Says that frequently.
Oh yeah, I got this. Just 2 words. 2 words to describe the whole. How to put this to make it sound great on a podcast. There's 2 words to describe the whole Democratic Party:
Shit show.
professional,
Racist fucks.
professional victims.
Huh, a good one. They're professional victims.
Professional victims. Tell me why. Why you think I say professional victims, but why am I saying professional victims? Tell me why.
Because they're always whining and bitching and
Because they
trying to
always
change
think
everything.
that they're being attacked. And
They-
Thank you.
everybody's attacking them. And what
and they
they're
always,
saying is
they
right,
always
but they're
think
getting
that everything that happens
Is because of some
affects
Republican.
them. Everything that happens is.
How about
I don't
this?
even know how to freaking
How about
explain
this?
it, but it
It's
pisses me
racist.
off.
Oh, yeah. I'll take it. Huh? Oh, 100%. Professional victims, a.k.a. the Democrat.
It's
side of
racist.
things, which is, it could be, dude, the trans are professional victims. If I could find a transvestite that is a Republican, I'd be shocked, right?
Oh, you
I
probably
wouldn't,
would be.
I wouldn't mind one. I don't care.
No, you'd
pull
probably,
pants down,
you'd
you'd be
probably
shocked.
You'd probably be shocked that there's a lot of them that are.
You're right.
They're just not out there throwing it in your face.
Does it have to be 2 words or can I use 4?
2.
keep it.
PG.
I'm going to.
Okay, go ahead then.
A leak in the budget.
That's 5.
Leak in the budget.
Okay. A leak in the budget is 5.
I
But
don't care.
Again,
Explain that. I'm gonna have to piss here in a minute. One way or the other, without you.
lifelong
Preferably without you.
politicians. Term limits. They're leaking the payroll if they've served over 8 years.
I get that.
Every,
8 years is a long time.
8 years.
man.
A president can serve a max of 8 years. That should be the same across the board, or
Okay,
less.
yes, I agree. 8 years, absolutely max for Congress,
For
Senate.
any politician.
Even if you said 16. 16. Go twice as much, 16. If they get it done in the 16, they got bigger problems.
Well, what
But when you're doing
our
45
our current
years,
sitting president has been in the
40.
47-ish.
No, he was 47 years in politics when he got
Vice
president,
president?
or when he got presidency. So that's 3 years ago. He's 50 years in politics right now.
okay,
And
call
he
it
is
50
a-
years, and he
he
hasn't
is a
done the damn
useless-
thing.
Sorry. Yep.
No, he is. No, go ahead, please.
He is a
I agree
useless
with you.
pile of freaking cow dung.
I
He's a
agree.
waste of oxygen. There's some tree struggling somewhere to produce oxygen.
For this.
We ought to find and cut the fuck out.
You know, some blame has
please
got to
don't candy
go.
coat it.
Some blame has got to go to the Democrat Party, where
placed him there.
instead of letting that old man enjoy his retirement in peace, they put him up into that and pushed him towards it. And we're all just watching dementia take over this guy.
At
Is
this
it weird
rate-
he walks like this?
At this rate, he's a
So
freaking.
what's
he's-
really, really sad, his wife is letting him do this.
yes.
No, I heard today that she wants him to do it because she wants the limelight.
I get that. Amy, you sit right here
Right.
for me for a minute.
She wants.
Well, we can
He's
also.
a freaking puppet, and every other
don't
Democrat
call
Or call it,
in
or what?
the office has their
You
freaking
ready to
hand
go?
up his ass
We're
telling
doing
him where
good.
to
I think
go.
we're doing good.
Yeah, but we're coming up on an hour and a half, and ain't nobody sitting through an hour and a half.
Hey, I think that there should
You
be
wanna
8
start
years,
over?
And if you're really good, you get an
It's up to you.
extra 2.
I don't care. I'm good. I'm happy either way.
All right, well,
Here's to those who wish us well.
all the rest can go to hell.